Right, guys, so I'm back in Spain. It's just watching the sunset actually, because I'm over at Kon Hospital because my wife's got to get some paper for one of the kids. I keep saying kids, they're mini adults now, between being a child and an adult. I know they call it teens, but I think mini adults better. Um, it's been a long week, to be fair. Monday, I went from Northampton to Birmingham Airport, flew up to Edinburgh. In Edinburgh, for meetings on Tuesday. Then we went for drinks afterwards. Probably had about, I think, 10 pints or something, because there's a lot of people. Everyone's buying rounds, so you end up drinking more than you want. Picked up a flight from Edinburgh back down to Birmingham. Looking off, EasyJet let me down by being 30 minutes late, which was good because where the pub was in Edinburgh, you just step out, the tram's there, and then you're straight up to the airport. So it was like I had an hour and a half to get to the airport for when I left the pub, and then EasyJet were late, and then I had time to go for dinner. And then I get to Birmingham, and Birmingham, I was thinking I'll book a hotel. Then I'm like, do I want a hotel? Umming and ahhing, because I'm stuck there till 6 o'clock Wednesday morning. And in the end, I thought, I'm not paying 135 quid for a hotel. I'll just begrudge spending it. Now I'm thinking, with all the stuff that's going on with who's in the hotels, probably better off sleeping in the airport. At least there's more security there. So I stayed in the airport. It's quite nice there. I've got a couple of videos. I'll have to pull those out because they had they got like a singing snowman, the old Christmas tree. Then in the departure lounge, they've got some reindeers as well. They were singing reindeers. So it's good to see it's quite festive, because I think it's like there's a mini mood change going on, because I don't see as much festive stuff, if you know what I mean, in the UK as I used to. And these were pretty blatant good Christmas stuff. So I was happy with that. And then got back. I was supposed to be leaving at 6 o'clock for the flight. No, get on the flight. Gonna take off, full throttle, full brakes on. There's a problem with the plane. Park up, transfer to another plane, 2.5 hours late. Get back to Spain. I'm feeling tired, bizarrely, and I had a really good deep sleep last night. And then the neighbour was ringing the first thing this morning because she thought my wife was still at the house. So I was like, like when you're getting up, where you're so tired, your eyes are still trying to close. When you're trying to open them, go, no, go back to bed, go back to bed. I go, nah, the doorbell's ringing, I've got to get up. No, come on, just have another 10 minutes. Nothing urgent, of course. And then just enjoyed the day today. To be fair, it's been a nice day. Happy to be back in Spain, happy to be away from the UK politics. And it's a little bit windy out here. I'm gonna take you out a little bit. So this is the Kon Hospital. We're just picking some documents up. You see there's a lot of cranes at the minute. See over there? I don't know if you can see them. The building, I think it's 3,000 or 3,500 apartments down there. Not apartments, villas. And that's the Salt Lake there, that bit there. Oop. There's a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of chill. This is the auditorium, this big building here. They have a lot of like classical musical events and stuff in there. And this is a good walk actually, because you can go all the way to San Luis. I've walked through here before. Long time I got pickpocketed in the market and ended up having to walk for miles coming up here through San Luis and try and make my way back to my mate's place. This is my little car, by the way. This is the little Lego. Oh, why has it gone blurry? Lovely little car. I didn't go for anything too pricey. A, don't really need it in Spain, and B, what you probably can't see, I don't know if I can put a light on. There's a scratch gone in here. There's about the 5th thing that's happened to this car since I've had it, where people have damaged it because they're tossers. A lot of people just don't give a toss about other people's stuff here, whether it's vindictive or because it's weird. Because I've seen this type of stuff in the Philippines before, because they're all like bitter about anybody having stuff, and then when they get something, they don't like people doing stuff to them. You're like, you people are thick. maybe it's people like yourself that are the problem. But yeah, so I have this little car. It's perfect for me. I'm happy because the neighbour says to my wife, he's got that car for you. That's not his car. Because, well, she's right, but she's thinking I'm going to get another car for me. Reality is, it's the motorbike. I don't need a bigger car. And if I get a garage here, this will squeeze in and the motorbike. I can put the motorbike at the back, inside the garage. So that's my thinking anyway. But yeah, it's good to be back. Stocks are up a little bit. Well, nearly recovered. Still a little bit down. And I think next week they'll be down. With Rachel Reeves. It's yeah. The UK is not in a good way, but it can't keep spiraling the way it is. See it as a positive. It can't keep going the way it is. If it was slow, constant, like we're sort of chipping away, it's less likely to create a change. But when it's doing that, it's a little bit different. Shall I put the light on? I've got the light on. Alright, calm down. Let's go, got the keys in. We'll take the keys out. That's it. Yeah, so let me put it in perspective. The UK currently, National of, what's it? National, the Statistics Office. What's it called? Is it the National Statistics Office? I believe it is. They've come out with data where they predicted 70,000 people would leave the UK this year, 24-25. It's actually 257,000. The number coming in is about 1 million. The problem you've got, and others are picking up on this as well, people that leave the UK have this thing called money, because you can't leave without it, because nobody gives us anything for free. We've got to create it, we've got to generate it. So you're losing productive people whether you like it or not. The 1 million coming in, those numbers ain't going to add up, because let's face it, they're not going to talk about how many of those are non-productive. They keep hiding the real numbers. But you're looking at, I believe there's 10 million unemployed Brits at the minute, in the sense of their working age. And then you've got other figures hidden in there, where people have got long-term sick for whatever reason, blah, blah, or fudge the numbers. The amount of people that generate the revenues for the UK isn't healthy. The number of productive people isn't healthy in comparison to those that are living off them. The getting rid of the cap on the 2 kids stuff, that's just stupid, to be fair. All that's going to do is put more demand for more money on people that work for a living, and at the same time, the less money they have, the less likely they're to have kids, which means the people that are freeloading are going to have more kids. And what are they good at? Breeding. Matt, you sounding racist. I'm not talking racist. It doesn't matter which bloody nationality they are or what colour they are. It becomes the norm. That's the issue. They're not taught about productivity. They complain they're not getting free phones. They complain they should have free healthcare. They complain we've got 6 kids. You need to give us a bigger house. They do not have any self-respect. They have got no desire to contribute to society. And that goes on to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. The UK has just set itself on a spiral. And for me, I think it's good. I think it's really good because it's unsustainable. The quicker it gets to the bottom, the quicker it can come back up. That's the way I'm looking at it. There's no point seeing the negative and whinging and complaining. Oh, it's all bad. No point. You get Rachel Reeves do a stupid budget next week, try and take more money out of people, which will probably stimulate more exits, which makes the economy less viable and long-term unsustainable, which makes the chances of this government staying in for its full term even less. This is why they keep cancelling the local elections. And the long-term change is likely to occur sooner because of the damage done. Because I can't see this going on forever. The people that I know personally that support this stuff and think it's a great idea fit in 2 categories. One, they're from they're Pakistani British. That's straightforward. The Pakistani British, they don't see an issue with it. A, they're socialist. B, they've benefited heavily. The others are white British, and they've benefited heavily from the benefit system. Not unemployed, just have lots of kids and have more in benefits than they do in wages. And they think it's a great idea because both groups do not contribute as much as they take out the system. So they do not see it as a problem because they're not paying as much in as people that, say, for example, have to pay 50% tax. Oh yeah, but they're rich, they're rich. Yeah, but you misunderstand. The wealth is not generated through going to work every day. It's from risk. It's from coming up with ideas. It's ingenuity. It's creativity. Not breeding. Anybody can breed. Being able to recover the economy is not going to come from breeding. It's going to come from ingenuity. It's going to come from creativity, reducing the population, upskilling the population, automation, AI, technology. And the weird thing is, the way the UK is going, I can see a lot of changes coming that's not going to be nice. But we'll see where we end up. Because you've got to map where those people are going. People go, oh, they're all going to Dubai. Oh, Dubai's this, Dubai's that. I've been to Dubai. It's okay. It's not my type of place. I enjoyed my time out there. I did prefer Oman. But ultimately, you've got to create new ventures, new business, new opportunities, because you can't rely on your old opportunities. Because let's face it, I'm a business in the UK. I'm paying taxes in the UK. Am I going to remote work everything? No. Because I think the government, to try and squeeze more money, will try and bring more stuff onshore. So do you really want to be working for a British company that locks you into working for the UK when you've exited to Thailand or whatever? You're probably going to take early retirement. Or, like I did before, I work with Americans. Americans are much easier to deal with, the tax system, everything. It's much, much easier to deal with America. But anyway, just a few thoughts out there. we'll see where we end up after the budget. They can't spike the rents much more, let's put it that way. If they do, there ain't going to be much left to worry about. See, if you're on benefits, you just go, don't matter, I'm not paying it anyway. It's, somebody else pick up the tab. It's great. But the problem is, the people that are picking those tabs up are thinning out. The herd is getting thinner. Any ideas, concepts, thoughts? Please drop in the comments.